Did you know? The term Afghan originally referred only to Pashtuns, but Afghanistan is home to a rich tapestry of ethnic groups. Afghanistan's formation began in the mid-18th century by Pashtun tribes. However, true unification only came by the end of the 19th century. Persian-speaking Tajiks, Hazaras, and Amaks, along with Turkic-speaking Uzbeks and Turkmens, were integrated into the Afghan state. Since the communist coup of 1978, these groups have demanded greater political recognition, yet the state's existence remains undisputed. Millions of refugees shared the experience of exile, potentially giving rise to a new sense of national identity among Afghans. Afghanistan spans 251,825 square miles, bordered by Pakistan, Iran, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, and China. Its diverse topography includes central highlands, foothills, plains, steppes, deserts, and patches of cultivated land, with an arid continental climate. Kabul became the capital at the end of the 18th century. Nestled in a wide basin, it connects India with Central Asia, embodying Afghanistan's rich history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know? In 1997, Afghanistan's population was estimated at 23.7 million, with a whopping 80% living in rural areas. Let's dive into the demographics. Kabul's population soared to over 1 million in the 1980s but plummeted post-1992. Major cities like Mazar-e-Sharif, Herat, and Kandahar have around 200,000 residents each. The demographic significance of Pashtuns has declined since 1978, forming a major part of the refugee population in Pakistan. They now represent 38% of Afghanistan's population. Tajiks make up 25% of the population, mainly living in the northeast, northwest, and urban centers. Hazaras represent 19%, found in central regions Kabul and Mazar-e-Sharif. Uzbeks occupy the north, comprising 6% of the population. The remaining 12% includes Imaks, Turkmens, Baluchis, Nuristanis, and Pashtuns scattered across various regions. Afghanistan is predominantly Muslim, with 84% Sunni and 15% Shiite, mostly Hazaras. Ismaili pockets exist in eastern Hazarajat and Badakhshan. Since 1978, Afghanistan had over 6 million refugees, the world's largest population at the time. Many returned post-1992, but millions remain abroad. Despite the challenging demographics, the Afghan spirit endures. From diverse ethnic groups to a rich cultural tapestry, Afghanistan's story continues to unfold. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know that many Afghans can speak 2 or even 3 languages fluently? Dive into the fascinating linguistic diversity of Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, Persian and Pashto are the official languages, both belonging to the Iranian group of the Indo-European family. Let's explore their unique features. Persian, spoken by Tajiks, Hazaras, and Amaks, isn't very different from the Persian spoken in Iran. Educated and urban Afghans prefer using Persian for communication. Pashto, with its 2 major dialects, is widely spoken in Afghanistan and large areas of Pakistan. Despite efforts to promote Pashto, Persian remains dominant in urban areas. Beyond Persian and Pashto, the Iranian group includes languages like Baluchi. Nuristani languages bridge Iranian and Indian linguistic traits, adding to the diversity. Turkic languages such as Uzbek, Turkmen, and Kyrgyz are spoken in northern Afghanistan. However, Moghul and Arabic languages are gradually disappearing. Afghanistan's cultural fragmentation is evident in its national symbols. The old flag and national anthem have been abandoned, reflecting the lack of unified identity. Despite these challenges, Afghanistan's linguistic diversity remains a vibrant testament to its rich cultural history and resilience. Discover the voices of Afghanistan. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know that Afghan daily life revolves around fresh and hearty food traditions? Let's explore the flavors and customs of this rich culinary heritage. Flatbread cooked on an iron plate or clay oven is a staple. Often dipped in light meat stock, it's a comforting start to many meals. Yogurt, butter, and other dairy products are essential in Afghan diets. They pair perfectly with onions, peas, beans, and dried fruits. Scrambled eggs with tomatoes and onions are a common meal, cooked with various oils, including sheep's tail fat for extra flavor. Tea is a daily ritual enjoyed all day long. Sugar starts the day, followed by sweets that are savored while sipping tea. Special occasions feature pilau rice with meat, carrots, raisins, and pistachios. Kebabs and noodle soups are also popular dishes. In formal gatherings, men and women dine separately. Meals start with tea and snacks, followed by late evening feasts on the floor. Afghan food customs are deeply rooted in tradition, celebrating both everyday life and special occasions with delicious, hearty meals. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. There are several historical cities such as Balkh, Ghazni, and Herat, but after 20 years of war, the preservation of historical monuments is not a priority. The Kabul Museum was looted repeatedly. Nothing is left of the covered bazaar of Tashkurgan in the north, and the Buddha statues of Bamiyan, have been damaged. Most cities and towns are in ruins and little reconstruction is occurring. In the south and the center, the most common form of housing is the multi-story fortified farm with high walls built from a mixture of mud and straw. They are scattered in the fields, sometimes forming loose hamlets. In the north and the west, smaller compounds with vaulted houses of mud brick are prevalent. In the eastern highlands, settlements are grouped. Stone and timber are common building materials. In both urban and rural settings, bazaars are not residential areas. Domestic architecture is based on the separation between the public and private parts of the house, so that women do not interact with strangers. Furnishings are generally rudimentary. Many families sleep in one room on mattresses that are unfolded for the night, and no places are assigned. In the morning, the room is tidied, with the mattresses and quilts piled in a corner. Rich families may have a separate guest house, but Afghans do not like to sleep alone, and generally do not provide guests with separate rooms. Family games. There is a large semi-nomadic and nomadic population. Two types of tents are used: the Middle Eastern black goat's hair tent and the round Central Asian yurt. Temporary shelters range from reed and straw huts to caves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know that modern Afghanistan was once the center of mighty empires? From Greco-Buddhist kingdoms to the influential Kushans, this land has a rich history. Imagine a land where great rulers of India, like the Mughals, strategized their empires. Afghanistan was their base, blending cultures and power dynamics. In the 18th century, Pashtun tribes formed the modern nation amid the decline of Persian and Indian empires, and Afghanistan became a key player against colonial powers. The Anglo-Afghan wars in the 19th century were pivotal, with Afghanistan serving as a buffer state between Russia and British India, shaping its resilient spirit. From Abdur Rahman's harsh rule to King Amanullah's failed reforms, Afghanistan's internal conflicts reflected struggles for national unity and identity. The Soviet invasion in 1979 triggered a decade-long guerrilla war, leading to immense loss and displacement, and set the stage for the Taliban's rise in the 1990s. Today, Afghanistan's fragile equilibrium of ethnic relations and national identity faces ongoing challenges, echoing its tumultuous and powerful history. In the 3rd century BCE, the territory of modern Afghanistan was ruled by Greco-Buddhist kingdoms, a unique blend of Greek and Buddhist cultures. These kingdoms were followed by the Kushans, a powerful empire that promoted Buddhism and extended its influence across the region. By the 10th century, the Muslim Ghaznavid and Ghurid dynasties controlled Afghanistan, transforming it into a base for Indian conquests. In the 18th century, Pashtun tribes unified Afghanistan, reacting to the decline of Persian and Indian empires, and established a modern nation. During the 19th century, Afghanistan resisted colonial powers and acted as a buffer state between Russia and British India. The 3 Anglo-Afghan wars, while failing to forge national unity, highlighted internal conflicts that shaped Afghanistan's turbulent history. Despite attempts at reform and political unity, Afghanistan's history has been marked by ethnic tensions and struggles for power. Afghanistan's history is rich and complex, marked by diverse empires and dynasties. From Greco-Buddhist kingdoms to the Kushans, it was a significant center of power. The Muslim Ghaznavid and Ghurid dynasties further shaped Afghanistan between the 10th and 12th centuries, influencing the region's cultural and political landscape. In the 18th century, Pashtun tribes unified to establish the modern nation, resisting colonial powers and serving as a buffer state between Russia and British India. Internal conflicts dominated the 19th century, with various rulers seeking control. Abdur Rahman extended authority, but created deep ethnic and sectarian enmities. King Amanullah's reforms failed, leading to communist rule and Soviet intervention in 1979. A devastating guerrilla war followed, claiming millions of lives and displacing many. The Taliban seized control in 1994 and 1995, restoring security but failing to unite all ethnic groups. Ethnic tensions and civil war marked the 1990s and beyond. Afghanistan's journey is a testament to resilience and survival. Discover more about its rich heritage and complex history. Let's appreciate the strength of its people. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know only 5% of Afghani children receive a primary education? In a society with vast social disparities, education remains a privilege for a few. Afghanistan's social structure is complex. Some groups are egalitarian, but others have hierarchical organizations with great differences in wealth and status. Religious and ethnic lines further stratify society. The king's family once dominated politics, while Persian-speaking urban residents held many civil posts. In provinces, Pashtuns often occupied administrative roles, disconnected from the local population. Rich landlords and village headmen dominated communities. Sayyid's descendants of the Prophet Muhammad played key roles as mediators, relying on prestige rather than wealth. Family elders settled local disputes. Traditional leaders have lost ground to military commanders and young religious militants, with some smugglers amassing great wealth amid societal changes. Social stratification is evident in marriage patterns. Lower social groups often marry their daughters to higher groups, and lavish weddings signify status. Taliban decrees have influenced dress codes, reducing Western fashion distinctions between urban and rural people. Afghanistan's social fabric continues to evolve. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know that infants in Afghanistan are tightly bound in wooden cradles with a drain for urine? Let's explore the unique infant care practices in this culture. Babies are often carried by their mothers in shawls and breastfed for over 2 years. Weaning is sudden, and a large group of female relatives care for them. Despite the affection, children learn early that no one will intervene if they cry or are hurt. Adults do not interfere with their tough games. Physical punishment is common, though parents are indulgent with young children. Kids roam freely from the female part of the house to the public areas. Respect for elders is vital, but independence and self-confidence are also praised. Boys learn hospitality and livestock care, while girls help their mothers early on. Circumcision at age 7 is a significant rite for boys. Both genders are taught honor and shame, knowing when to show pride and when to be modest. Literacy is low. Only 5% of children receive primary education. Higher education often requires traveling abroad with few professional opportunities back home. Hospitality is strong. Elders are addressed by titles, not names. Greetings are elaborate, and affection is shown by complaining about a lack of news. Fascinating, isn't it? Did you know that NGOs work tirelessly amidst conflict zones? Their projects often face interruptions, yet they strive for a better future. In Afghanistan, hundreds of NGOs focus on landmine removal, education, healthcare, and agriculture. Their presence is both impactful and complex. However, the reach of these NGOs is often limited to urban centers and areas near the Pakistani border, contributing to social stratification. Male and female roles in Afghanistan are traditionally divided. Men dominate the public sphere, while women manage the domestic realm and childcare. Nomadic women enjoy more freedom of movement, crafting tents and engaging in various domestic activities. Rural women take on many responsibilities too. Historically, female empowerment faced setbacks, especially under the Taliban. Women struggle for access to education, work, and basic health care. Despite restrictions, women hold significant roles in the domestic economy and family honor. Nomadic and peasant women are less secluded. Shiite leaders advocate for women's rights in politics and economic activities. Change is slow, but the hope for gender equality persists. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. Imagine a country where laws are based solely on religious texts. Welcome to Afghanistan under Taliban rule. Their governance is recognized by only 3 nations. The Taliban control most of Afghanistan, with their leader operating from Kandahar. Ministries exist in Kabul, but real administration is missing. Without a constitution, The Taliban rely on the Quran for lawmaking. There's an informal assembly around their leader, making critical decisions. At the local level, military commanders rule groups of villages. The Taliban have tried to centralize power but face challenges from these commanders. Afghanistan lacks a unified government. The Taliban and Northern Alliance are the main factions, with military commanders holding real power. In their quest to purify society, the Taliban enforce strict moral values. Religious police are omnipotent and judges apply tribal-based Islamic laws. Severe punishments like beheadings, stoning, and amputations are common. Tens of thousands are jailed without trial, facing harsh conditions. With Pakistan backing the Taliban and Iran supporting the Northern Alliance, military activity remains intense, especially during spring and summer. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more videos. Did you know in some cultures marriage is considered an obligation and divorce is rare and stigmatized? Let's explore the fascinating dynamics of such marriages. Polygamy is allowed if all wives are treated equally. Though uncommon, it's mostly seen when a man feels obligated to marry his deceased brother's widow. Marrying kin is the norm, often with cousins. Families aim to diversify their social assets through these unions, negotiating financial aspects like bride price and dowry. Initial contacts are discreetly made by women to avoid public refusal. Once agreed, the official engagement involves gifts and sweets shared between families. The wedding is a grand 3-day celebration paid for by the groom's family. The marriage contract is signed, and the bride is brought to her new home in a lavish procession. Traditionally, households consist of a man, his wife, his sons with their families, and unmarried daughters. Family unity is essential, though sons may split assets after the father's death. Inheritance among brothers is ideally equal, yet they may choose to own property jointly or compensate financially. Women typically don't inherit land or livestock. Kin groups trace descent through the male line. Tribal values like hospitality and revenge are strong, with disputes sometimes leading to blood feuds. Marriage often reinforces social links. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel. Did you know Sunnis and Shiites, despite their differences, both respect the Quran and the 5 pillars of Islam? Yet tension often exists between them. Sufism, the mystical side of Islam, emphasizes personal emotion and commitment, but is viewed with suspicion by some scholars and includes wandering beggars. Belief in supernatural beings like angels and spirits is common. Practices such as exorcism and magic, though condemned, are still reinforced by village mullahs. Islamic practitioners include scholars and saints. Sunnis lack formal clergy, while Shiites have a hierarchy. Mullahs educate children and lead prayers. During wars, young Islamic militants emerged, challenging traditional practitioners with a more political view of religion. This shifted religious dynamics significantly. Holy places like mosques and shrines are central to village social life. Pilgrimages allow women to socialize, and festivals commemorate significant religious events. Religious ceremonies span from births to funerals. Shiites mourn during Muharram, marking Hussein's death with processions, while Ramadan brings fasting and celebration. Death rituals are crucial. Graves vary from simple to elaborate. Proper ceremonies prevent ghosts from tormenting the living, highlighting the importance of tradition.